Hey, it's Whitney with messengerofspirit.com, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 survival tools that you need right now to make sure and manage that your energy is still high vibe. So let's dive right into it. I truly believe that one of the top 3 survival tools that you need right now is your intuition. I know that sometimes people say, oh yeah, my intuition's great. But what I'm talking about is we really need to listen to it. We really need to understand, to hone it. And if you haven't developed it, it's really high time that you do. Because when you have your intuition and you actually understand the messages that are coming through it, you get to make aligned decisions. And I think one of the biggest things about why people second guess themselves is because they don't understand how the message is coming through, or they don't understand what the message actually means. And so you have to be aligned with your intuitive side so that you are making decisions based on that. So one of my most recent, I would say, situations where I really listened to it, there's several, but one of them I'll just choose, is I was supposed to attend a live conference event at the end of May. And so that would have required a lot of time and energy and effort with my family because we would all travel together and we'd have to get an Airbnb. We couldn't stay at the hotel because we have a dog. And so, we really wanted to go. And I told my husband this and I said, I just want to go, but I don't think we're supposed to. And he said, okay, why? And I said, honey, I just really feel this intuitively. And he listened because he knows how wonderful life has been when we have listened to our intuition. So we didn't. And then what happened is the pandemic. And so if we had made those reservations, we may not have gotten our deposit back and those types of things. So it's really helpful to listen to our intuition. Now, there has been things that have happened on a larger scale where we moved our entire family to Sedona, Arizona across the country because we listened to our intuition, and all those other things I'll be sharing coming up in my free 3-day challenge, and I hope that you will join us. I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. So your intuition is the best tool that can help you right now with making aligned decisions. Maybe you think, I don't need to go to that grocery store. I need to go to this grocery store during this health crisis. Or perhaps you feel like, I need to give a message to somebody in my family really quickly. So your intuition is key. It is on point. It is so helpful. I actually told my husband he was supposed to travel on the East Coast. I said, I just don't think it's a good time for that. I really feel strongly about it. Thankfully, he listened so that he didn't have to travel during this pandemic. So it's really, really important that you listen to your intuition on so many different levels. What seems like they're very small things can actually be huge, large things as well. So if you're getting a feeling not to go to work or to not go to a certain grocery store or something of that can actually have a huge effect when you listen or when you don't listen. So your intuition is a great survival tool, seriously. And I feel like in this time, it's even more serious. Now, I would say one of the second survival tools that are really important is that you have created a relationship with your spirit guides. It is so important because that is where you're getting the intuitive information from. So if you have a great rapport with your spirit guides and you talk to them about what you need and you're telling them this is what's going on and I would love for you to create opportunities for this and for that and for this, then you have developed a rapport and relationship. And so they are more active and reactive to what's going on. But I'd say 9 times out of the 10, they are more proactive, which is beautiful. It's like they can navigate all the things that are coming up and then they align those things into your path. And the way that you can receive those messages is through your intuition. Now, your spirit guides are proactive and align things for you anyway, even if you're not listening to your intuition. So they're very, very helpful. They can help guide you by saying, you don't need to go down this aisle, or they can guide you by telling you certain pieces of insight, just like I was sharing with you earlier about, okay, let's look at the larger picture and we don't need to be going here at this time. They may not tell you why because they don't want to scare you, but always listen to what their guidance is. And so we receive that through our intuitive skill sets. And so that's very important. One of the other survival tools that we need right now is an abundance mindset. You are seeing the scarcity mindset on the news. You're seeing it everywhere. When you go to the grocery store and there's no supplies there, that is a scarcity mindset. Now, I am not telling you not to stock up on things. I am telling you that we need to understand that we have an abundance mindset. When we fall into the fear category of thinking that we're never going to have enough money, or that money's not going to come in, or we need to stop spending money, there are, I would say, energetic things that really happen, and they're not in a great way. Like if we are saying to ourselves, I need to hoard and I need to stop, then what it's doing is it's blocking off the energetic flow of money. So you're actually blocking it yourself, because we're going to get through this. We're going to get out of this. This is a time where we need to understand that we need to make aligned decisions. So I'm not telling you to spend lots of money. I'm telling you to make sure you are making aligned decisions. And that really starts with your intuitive side. And then of course you're going to combine your logic with it as well. But when you know that you have an abundance mindset, you know that there's more things coming. You know that there's more opportunity out there. When we get stuck in fear or worry, then we create a fence around us and we find ourselves in a box. And then we think that we can't look at anything but the box. It's really important that we continue to keep an abundance mindset. Not only does it support the economy when we spend money in an aligned way, but we also are showing the universe and our manifestation and our spirit guides that we are open to receive more money, and that we are okay with spending money in an aligned way. Because when we're spending, we know that money comes in freely, like energy. So think about how we breathe. We breathe in and out. But if we were to start thinking that we didn't have enough air to breathe, then what would happen, it would disrupt our flow. It would disrupt the way we breathe. It would disrupt the way that we live. And I would say air is the same as energy. We have energetic flow that comes through the day. When we sleep, we rest, and we wake up, we have energy. So it's this balance, it's this rhythm. And we need to stay in this balance and this rhythm with an abundance mindset as well. You are the light to shine to other people right now. And it's really important that you do that. If you take your light and you hide it, if you take your light and you become very scarce with it, then what's going to happen is you're going to block yourself off from receiving all the beautiful opportunities in the world. Now, I did this. I would not be teaching you something if I hadn't gone through it and understood the messages and then came out of it. So years ago, I blocked off any type of intuition, any type of spirit guide guidance, and I did not have an abundance mindset. And I was at the time working in a place that financially wasn't doing so well. And so I felt like everywhere I went, I was being surrounded by people who were in a fear or scarcity mindset. And so I lived in that, and it wasn't fun. But what happened is I cut myself off from any guidance that I would receive because I was too scared to, one, talk to my guides, and I was too scared to actually take aligned action on what they told me because it seemed so scary, because I was in a scarcity mindset, and I thought that if I made any kind of change in my life, it would be too scary and I would lose everything that I had. That did not serve me well. It didn't. And so it took me down a path where I got really sick, I got really ill, I was in a job that I hated very much, and so it was not my truth. And so why I'm telling you these 3 survival tools is because I believe that these survival tools can actually help you survive in today's world right now, but also thrive in today's world. We need to take this time to realign to ourselves, and we need to take aligned action with what we truly believe in. So let's recap. One, really connect to your intuition. Really invest in yourself. Invest time, energy, maybe it's money, whatever it is, to connect, to learn how to connect to that part of yourself that gives you that spiritual guidance. And then second, connect to your spirit guides as well. They kind of go in tandem. We want to create a great relationship with our spirit helpers so that we understand the messages and they are those who advocate for us. So a lot of times we can feel very alone and we're like, I don't know how that will ever happen. Well, your spirit guides create the opportunities. They are our advocates. And so they find those areas that we need to change in our life, and we've convinced them, we've talked to them about what we feel we need to change, and they present opportunities. But it is our responsibility to actually take them up on those opportunities. And so for me, years ago, I was scared to do it, and so guess what? I just repeated the same darn cycle. You have to make sure that you're okay for change, and that's why the abundance mindset comes in. If you have a scarcity or fear mindset, you're probably not going to make that change. It is so imperative to make sure you have an abundance mindset, to know that you're provided for, to know that when you make aligned decisions that you're not doing anything wrong. When we make decisions from our ego or from fear, that is when we find ourselves in a pickle. As long as you're making aligned decisions, you are making and taking those right next steps for you, so that you are bettering your life, that you are raising your consciousness, and that you are aligning to your life purpose. That is very important. So you have to keep an abundance mindset to know and to be open to the change, to know the change and to be open to the change as well. So anyway, I hope to see you inside of this free 3-day challenge I'm doing. We're going to be talking about removing money blocks. We're going to be talking about the ways that you can receive the intuitive insight coming through with your intuition. We'll talk some about life purpose, but creating a plan with our spirit guides to align to life purpose and align to abundance as well. So join me at messengerofspirit.com/challenge. When you go there, you'll see all the details and it's free to sign up. It's going to be awesome. Please, if you feel that yes in your gut, join this beautiful community of people that we're going to be together for these 3 days with. And there's prizes too. All right, hope to see you there. messengerofspirit.com/challenge.